Welcome to this new Pokémon in real life video. Before we begin, remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and comment with your favorite Pokémon. Let's get started. Look at how Mew would appear if it existed among us. Curious about Psyduck in reality? Here's a glimpse. Now take a moment to see Ho interpreted as a real creature. This is Eternatus reimagined as a living, breathing being. And here's what Snorlax might look like if it roamed the real world. Let's discover how Zamazenta could appear in reality. Check out this real-world interpretation of Darkrai. Have you ever imagined Charmander as a real animal? Let's explore. Here's Gardevoir visualized as though it stepped into our world. Now we get a look at what Koraidon might resemble in everyday life. Picture Solgaleo as an actual creature. Here's how it could look. Time to see Absol rendered with lifelike realism. Now we reveal Suicune as if it existed on Earth. This is Deoxys envisioned outside the Pokémon universe. Let's examine what a real-life Eevee might resemble. What if Blastoise truly walked among us? Here's an idea. Watch Metagross imagined as a real-world being. Lugia presented in a fully realistic interpretation. Now Torterra emerges as if it were a living creature on our planet. Quaxly brought to life in a real-world style. This is how Venusaur might appear if it physically existed. Lunala shown as though it existed outside the Pokémon realm. Here's Mutwo visualized as an actual being. A realistic take on Dragonite revealed. Ready to see Sylveon with a lifelike makeover. Here it comes. Imagine Scizor becoming real. Here's one take on it. This is how Entei might manifest in our world. Now see Primarina envisioned outside the Pokémon dimension. Here's a version of Garchomp as a real creature. Squirtle reimagined with real-world features. Lycanroc portrayed with striking realism. Lucario recreated as though it lived among us. Introducing Flareon imagined in real-life form. Ever pictured Raikou as an actual animal? Here's a thought. Lash is envisioned as a creature existing in reality. Here's how Vaporeon might appear if it existed in our world. Arcanine interpreted with a living, realistic design. This is Tyranitar reimagined in a completely real form.
Here we go.
Watch Reshiram visualized as a real, living creature. Machamp shown in a convincing real-world version. Rayquaza emerging as though it existed here on Earth. Bulbasaur imagined with real-life anatomy and texture. Zacian visualized as a creature of our world. Alakazam interpreted as if it physically existed. Introducing Jigglypuff recreated in a lifelike form. Charizard shown with a realistic, grounded appearance. Let's uncover what Pikachu might look like in real life. Zoroark appearing as if it materialized in our world. Miraidon rendered with an ultra-realistic approach. Empoleon envisioned outside the Pokémon universe and into reality. Presenting Sprigatito brought into real-life form. Here's Kyurem imagined as an actual, physical creature. Salamence portrayed as if it were a living being. Umbreon introduced with a fully realistic interpretation. Espeon rendered in a lifelike, believable style. Incineroar visualized as if it existed in the real world. Infernape recreated with a real-life aesthetic. Thanks for watching until the end. If you enjoy this kind of content, take a look at these other videos as well.